Hi folks, my name is Don Cooper and I'm an abolitionist in Vancouver, Washington. Yesterday, as we were doing agitation and assistance work at our local Planned Parenthood, where they murder children every day, there were thousands of cars driving past us. In this particular location, it's kind of a bizarre situation, but very normal for America. And that is that right where this Planned Parenthood is, there is a Starbucks and a Baskin Robbins and a Pizza Hut and a massage business and a bunch of other things, all sort of really a reflection of where our culture is at, even where our churches are at in making peace with abortion. That this particular place, it's so normative that we've allowed literally a death camp to be right there where we drive by it. This particular one, it's like the busiest place in our county, and mixed in with all these other things. And one of the other things that I saw as this man, as the cars were going by, is a man was using the rear view mirror to run his electric razor, I guess on his way to work. And how I thought, he surely has to see us, because I'm standing there, there's several of us, we all have signs and we're offering literature, and the cars go by pretty slow because there's a traffic signal, and they're trying to merge onto a freeway that's always clogged up. And so he surely saw us, me with a sign that had a very clear image of an aborted baby killed at 10 weeks of age, and I just think, like, wow, how symbolic, how it reflects, that man, where men are at in our nation, that we have made peace with this terrible evil. And I want to say, to speak to Christians who surely there are some people who drive by us, of the thousands of cars that go by, people who attend church every Sunday, people who would claim to be a born-again follower of Jesus Christ, that maybe there's some out there who go by and they really are genuinely disturbed by this evil in our midst. They're upset that their unborn neighbors being slaughtered at the rate of 3,200 every day. They know this is happening, but they're not really sure what to do, and they get so overwhelmed with requests and information about doing this or that they just kind of freeze and do nothing. And I want to say to those people that don't do nothing. In fact, the first thing, ask God to guide you and direct you. Ask God to give you His heart on the matter. That we should be burdened the way Jesus was burdened in Matthew 9 when it says He looked upon the people and they were scattered like sheep without a shepherd, and He felt compassion on them. That we ask God for that heart for the lost in our community. Because let's face it, when it comes to child sacrifice, the evil of abortion, it's really a symptom of a much larger problem. It's a symptom of a culture that has rejected God, that's morally depraved because they're separated from Him, and they have the guilt of their sin upon them. They're in bondage to their sin, and they need freedom through Christ, the gospel, the cross. And so as we pray that we would be burdened for the lost, that we would be burdened to see justice and mercy in our land, because it is not just that a child is taken by her parents to a paid killer to be torn to pieces and then pitched in a garbage can. It is not merciful that God's people would pass by on the other side of the road and do nothing because they feel like they're too busy, or what can they do, or whatever excuse they might have. So to the Christians in my community, in the Portland, Vancouver area, or to Christians anywhere in the world, in particular in the country I live in, here in America, there are abolitionist societies all over the nation that we want to help you. We want to help you understand that abortion apathy is sin, that God has made it clear in His Word about matters of justice and mercy, and child sacrifice in particular, how He rages against this in the Old Testament, how He cares for the orphans and the fatherless, and the widows, and that we are to be imitators of him, that we want you to hear this message, that this is not a special calling. This is a matter of being Christian, being a follower of Christ. So we want to help you with that. And we're not perfect in doing this. We're in this walk too, but we're trying to live out our Christianity. We're trying to walk the narrow path, be followers of Christ in a culture that murders its children every day and does it right in our neighborhood, amongst everything, all these things that we do where we get our coffee and our pizza and our ice cream. I mean, it's insane. But we're here to turn the world upside down. We're here to go against that flow for the glorification of God, and to love God and love our neighbor as ourselves. So please get a hold of us. You can find us online at abolishhumanabortion.com. Under the Societies tab, you'll find a list of abolitionist societies and a way you can get a hold of us there. If there isn't a society in your area, we can help you start one. And we hope that you hear that message and respond. So thanks for listening.